Hi everyone, Nick from Henry Ford Sports Medicine here to show you a few of my favorite exercises and hopefully give you something to add to your toolbox for your cross training or before one of your shorter runs. To kind of give an overview of what we're going to do today, we're going to start with a good complete warm-up, working on mobility, stability, and then getting that nervous system firing. Then we're going to transition into our strength training portion. After that, we'll get in a little interval cardio workout, and then we'll end with a light stretch to kind of help our muscles recover after our workout. So let's jump right in. Our first exercise here, we're going to take our weight. Now, I know at home, if you don't have a kettlebell like this, you can always use a dumbbell or the handle of a laundry detergent bottle. Anything that will allow you just to kind of grip the weight. We're going to start on our back, bring our legs up to that 90 degree position, drop to one side, and allow our upper body to rotate to that same side, putting our hand on the top of our thigh, arms straight up, nice and locked, holding that weight steady. Now our shoulder here is going to take our shoulder blade and we're going to try to put it into our opposite back pocket and really lock that shoulder blade and our ribs in. Then we're going to move our back shoulder down towards the floor, touch, moving into that press position, and then pressing back up. And we'll repeat that 6 times on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the encouragement from the family dog. Now we'll flip over to the other side, repeating that same 90 position, and now you get it from the front. We'll put our hand on top of our thigh again, starting up, taking that weight down into our back pocket, slowly lowering towards the floor, and then back up. And then we'll repeat that 6 times. What we're working on here is that thoracic rotation when we're running. So our shoulders and our hips need to be able to rotate around each other for proper running form. And then having good thoracic mobility will help us in everyday life and when running, when breathing and doing sport motions. Our second, we'll build upon that. And now we'll start almost like we're laying in a side plank, nice and straight legs, straight torso, don't want to be dipping back, don't want to be dipping forward. Keep a nice tight core, keep our weight straight up, putting that shoulder blade into our back pocket, squeezing those ribs, locking it in. We're going to take that front bony point on your hip, drop it forward, and then back. Our goal is to reach it towards the floor, but go until you feel that nice stretch in your low back. And we're going to repeat that for a count of 6. 5 and 6. And now we'll flip over and repeat that on the other side. Again, nice and straight like a plank, no leaning forward or back. Tight core, shoulder blade locked down, ribs locked in. Tipping forward, trying to touch that bony point of your hip down towards the floor. Getting that nice rotation in the thoracic spine so we can take some pressure off the lumbar and cervical spine. Good. Now, we can move our mat out of the way for a little bit here. Or if you need it, you can still use it because we're going to be kneeling, single kneel. Kind of going within that mobility piece, now we're going to work on another problem that can be an issue, another area that can be an issue for runners, which is the ankle. If we don't have proper ankle movement with that dorsiflexion able to pull our toe up, a lot of the times we can have issues when running, like dragging our toes or not being able to properly load into the foot and ankle. So we're going to take our weight, hold it right in front of us, come up in that 90 position, and we're just going to lean forward, but as we lean forward, we're going to keep that heel on the down foot down. And go until you feel that nice pressure stretch, and then come back. And we'll repeat that 6 times. You need to hold for a few seconds at the front, but nice and warm up that ankle joint. 4, 5, 6. and now we'll flip it over. Same idea, weight down between the legs, pushing forward, feeling a nice stretch in the back of the ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Put our weights aside, and now we'll move into warming up our glutes. So we've addressed a lot of the mobility issues both in our thoracic spine and our ankle, which can be two problem areas for runners. Now we're going to activate the glutes for our strength portion that we're going to move into after our warm-up. So we'll get down on the all floors position, thumbs pointing forward. We're going to come up, tighten the core, suck it, your belly button towards your spine. And we're going to take our legs, keeping that 90-90 here, come up, squeeze, back down. And we're going to alternate the legs, squeezing the glutes each time, going 6 each leg. So dynamically warming up those glutes and hamstrings, and getting a little bit of the core warmed up and sweating a little bit. Now we'll move into the more active portion of our warm-up after we address the stability and activation of the thoracic spine, ankle, and glutes. We can start moving a little bit. So we're going to move into our hurdle work portion now. Some of you may remember this from back in high school, or you may do it now. Good for hip mobility. What we're going to work on is 3 each side. We're going to go up and over, and then dip down and under. Each time, we're going to look at a hurdle, maybe just below waist height, up and over, and then when we get down, we're keeping that same height of the hurdle, trying to duck under it, transferring from this back leg onto our front leg, pushing up through our heel to activate side to side. So we'll go ahead and do 3 each way. Over, under, over, under. Really making sure we're dipping down with the butt and not just leaning forward. And 1 more each way. Over, under, over, and dip the butt down towards the floor and press back up. So 3 each way. Now we're going to go into a more dynamic stretch of the body. Start with walking glutes, and then going to walking hip flexor. So first one, such a short space. You're not going to do the full walk that you're used to, maybe out on the road or on the field, but we can kind of mimic it here. So you'll be walking, both hands on the front of the knee, pull up, and with this back leg, push down into your heel, squeeze that glute. Up, 1, 2, 3, turn, 3 back, 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we'll flip it. We're going to do the opposite, working on walking hip flexors. So we'll grab our toe, pull back, with our other arm, reach back and up, stretch that anterior part of your torso. So 3 each side, just like we did walking glutes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to get the neurological system firing a little bit, get moving, and we'll get into our strength training portion. Our first one will be marching in place. Now, what we want to concentrate on when we're marching in place is, again, that activation of the lower extremity. So we're not just lazily marching in place. We're going to be driving up with that knee like there's a catcher's mitt. So drive up into that knee. And this back leg, just like during our glute walks, pushing our heel down into the floor to squeeze our posterior chain, our glutes and our hamstrings. So, looks something like this. We're going to do 20 seconds of marches, and then we're going to do 20 seconds of just a nice athletic stance and a chop, just like what you see with like football and basketball. Good way to get the heart pumping and to get a good sweat going before we start using some of that musculature that we're going to work on. So first, going into the marches. And ready, go. Yeah, getting that knee drive, going for 20 seconds. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Push that heel of the plant leg into the ground. Really drive that knee up into a catcher's mitt. I'll drop down to athletic position and start chopping the feet. Bust it as fast as you can. We'll go 20 seconds here. And relax. Good. Go ahead, get a drink of water, relax, and we'll get into the strength portion. So what we're looking at here is our first one, we're going to do squats, and then we're going to move into the staggered single leg deadlift. Our second portion will be a rear foot elevated squat into a double leg bridge up on the chair. And then our third portion will be a more of an upper extremity core workout to work on some of that form that we'll have on the upper body when we're really running through that marathon and running up the Ambassador Bridge. So our first exercise, squat. Nice and simple, feet about shoulder width apart. We're just gonna come down, making sure when we're squatting, legs are out, knees behind the toes, keeping that shin as vertical as we can. If it's too easy, you can always add the weight into that goblet position of a squat. We're gonna do 8 of those. And then we're gonna move into 6 staggered stance RDLs. So we'll start almost in that runner stance, nice soft knees. We're gonna take the hips, push our butt back towards the wall here, reach down, and back up, always hinging at the hips. So push back, hinge, back down, nice flat body. Almost like when you're walking in with the groceries at home, reaching back to close the door with your butt. And again, gets too easy without weight, add in the weight, reach down, back up. You'll feel that back in your hamstrings and behind your knee. So let's hop to it. 8 squats, and then we'll go into 6 each side, single leg staggered RDLs. And go. Making sure each time, squeeze the glutes, push up through the heels, keeping the knees behind the toes, nice vertical shin. 6. Lost count. 2 more. And now we're going to the RDLs. So I'm going to use a weight for this. Stagger stance, hinge at the hips, reach down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch over. Again, hinge at the hips, reach down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each time, making sure you feel that in the back of your leg. Moving back into the squats. Give you guys a side view so you can see what it looks like. Going to 8 squats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then back into the RDLs. Staggered stance. Butt back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now, moving into our next set, we're going to work on a 2-legged pull, which is going to be our feet up, heel dig bridges. And then a 1-legged squat, which is going to be our rear foot elevated squat. So make sure the chair, basket, or swell table that you have nice and steady. Then you can put your foot up on it for support. So the rear foot elevated squat, we're gonna do 6 of these. Making sure to keep those same principles from the squat from earlier. Knee behind toes, nice vertical shin as much as we can. Going down and just dipping straight down, back up. Our second exercise will be the heel dig bridges on our back, laying down with our heels up on the chair. So here, pushing our heels down, lifting back up, and back down. At the top, make sure we're squeezing our glutes together, squeezing our hamstrings, hold it 1, 2, back down. And there'll be 8 of those. Get a good setup for you. So, 6 each leg, rear foot elevated, 8 double leg bridge. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop into that bridge position. Keep your heels in. Squeeze your hamstrings and glutes up. Hold. 1, 2. Back down. Up. Back down. Up. Back down. 4. Squeeze. Squeeze. 1 more. And good. Moving back up. So back up into that squat. Pushing up through that heel. Making sure that knee is behind your toe. Nice vertical shin. And then foot back over. 4, 5, and 6. Drop back down into that bridge. Dig the heels in. Lift up, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze those hands. 6, 7, 8. And good. Now for our last strength block, after you've worked 2 foot push, 1 foot pull, 2 foot pull, 1 foot push, we'll work on the upper body and core. So our first one will be bear walks to work on our core in kind of a plank position while moving our extremities in time to work on our coordination. Our next exercise will be, let me look at my list here, half kneeling slashers so that we can work on rotational core, which translates into that running motion. And then our last one will be towel external rotation, scapular squeezes. So we can work on the endurance of our upper shoulder girdle, which will help us in the long run, especially when you're coming out of that tunnel down in Detroit. So, bear walks. Our start will be like our first warm up when we did our donkey kicks. We'll be down on hands and knees with our thumbs pointed forward. And then up on our toes. So you see we have that 90 and that 90. We're going to keep that position. And let me show you before we start. We're going to walk forward, left leg, right arm, alternating each one, 20 forward, 20 back. Now when we have a space like this, we can kind of play with it a little bit. What we'll do is we'll do 10, 10, 10, 10, move into our next knee slasher, move into those towel holds. Ready? So up, right arm, left leg first, squeezing that belly button to spine, squeezing those glutes, keeping that flat back, shoulder blades down, and go. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the hard part, reverse it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each time taking little steps. And forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see how you have to adjust a little bit when you run out of room. Now moving to our slashers. So again, we can use a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or anything that's going to provide you a little weight at home. So what we'll do is starting down in our bottom pocket here, we're going to straight arms, come up, across the body, and up like we're setting something on a shelf. So down, straight arms, when we're doing this, squeeze glutes, strong core, belly button to spine, shoulder blades down. So we'll go 8 across, then we'll move into our next exercise. And go. Up on the shelf, back down to our pocket. 2, 3, 4, keep you that tight core. 5, 6, 7, 8, flip legs. And starting down our opposite pocket, up on the shelf. 1, 2, tight core, tight glutes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so now we'll go up into our towel. So take our towel. I just made it easier on myself, rubber banded towel, and rolled it up. So hand over, come down, that nice 90-degree position at the elbow, just like when we're running. You're gonna take the towel, try to tear it. You're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades, and then relax. So we're squeezing both that bicep, rotator cuff, and then in between our shoulder blades here. So working on that nice, stable position when we're running. So we'll do 8 of these with a 2-second hold at the end of each. Ready? And tear and squeeze. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. Keeping those elbows in close to your body. 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. Try to tear that towel. 1, 2, 8. Good. And now we'll drop back into our bear crawls, making sure I give a little bit more room back here with the sideboard. So, down in that bear crawl position, thumbs forward, up on our toes, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips, belly button to spine, and walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that torso nice and tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10 more forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we'll go into our slashers. Last set of these. So, making sure we're starting in that bottom pocket, reaching up, setting the glass on the shelf. Nice tight glutes down here on the bottom, torso up, belly button to spine, and up. 1, up, 2, up, 3. Squeeze those glutes and core. Up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Switch over. Starting out of that right hand pocket, and we're gonna set it up on the shelf and go. 1, up, 2, squeeze those glutes. 3, nice tight core. 4, belly button to spine. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Moving into our towel tears. So again, 90-90 at the elbow, nice and tight. Tear and squeeze. 1, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. Squeezing those shoulder blades. 1, 2, 7. And 1, 2, 8. Good. And that's it for the strength portion. Now, take a second. What we're going to move into is working on those intervals that we talked about. There are going to be 3 exercises that we're going to work on. One will be skater jumps, 30 seconds side to side continuous. We'll move into toe touches. If you remember from soccer, just coming up onto the ball, alternating legs. Last will be 45-degree kickbacks and a 10 jumping jacks. And I'll show you each of these. So it'll be 3 rounds, 20 seconds each exercise, with a 30-second rest period at the end. So we're going for that 2-to-1 ratio of that interval workout. Kind of get the heart pumping a little bit, get that end cardio in. So for our first one, we'll look at skaters. So starting on 1 foot here, we're gonna push and jump. But when we push, we wanna make sure that we're spreading the floor away, using the inside of our foot to explode out. So start here, push 1, push 2. And so we're gonna do this, alternating, make sure we're steady, keeping that glute tight as we come across. If you need to make it harder, you can set up a small 6-inch box. Give yourself that cue of jumping up. Our next one, if you need that box again, a basket, a small chair, we're gonna work on toe taps. So just start up. You don't even need to touch, just making sure you have that cue of getting your legs up, work on the endurance of those hip flexors, and getting stronger, you have that cardio component. Our last one will be 45-degree adduction, or abduction, excuse me. Coming back, 45-degree angle, taking where you would kick a soccer ball, and putting it right on the instep of your shoe. So squeeze the glute, push back. We'll do 5 on this side, 5 on this side, and then go into 10 jumping jacks, which should equal out about 20 seconds. If you need to adjust it, do either less jumping jacks or less of the glute squeezes. So we'll give ourselves a 10-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Push, push, push. Make sure you're pushing off with that inside of your foot. Getting that stable landing point. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. That way, you can be more stable.
Here's what I found.
Get ready. We're going to switch it up. Up. Drive those knees up, just like we did in the warm-up with that catcher's mitt. Making sure you're getting above your chosen implement. If you need to, you can take that away or make it shorter. And now, 45 degrees back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, into 10 jumping jacks. And rest. Take 30 seconds here, get some water. Got 20 seconds left. Making sure you drink, stay loose, stay loose. 10 seconds, shake it out. Got 5, 4, going into those skater jumps, 2, 1, push. Making sure you land, Push off with the inside of your foot. Keep steady on those landing legs. Work on those glutes. Again, slow it down if you're finding yourself a little out of control or a little unsteady on those legs. Get ready. Up to the toe touches. Get your knees up, drive them up into those mitts. Bottom legs, squeeze those glutes. Again, going back to those warm-ups we did. 45-degree angle, glute squeezes. 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 jumping jacks. Beat the clock. Good. Another 30-second rest. We have one more round. And then we'll get into the stretching portion of the whole workout and kind of cool down a little bit. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. I know it's kind of a crazy time, but hopefully this is giving you guys a little break from it. A little bit different than just slogging off the miles. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, into those skaters, and go. Push, push, push. Just like we're skating on the ice. Push and land steady. You need to back it off a bit, back it off a bit. Stay stable with it. Toe touches. Drive those legs up. Up in those catcher's mitts. Pushing those heels back in. Keeping those glutes tight. Move into those squeezes. 45, 3, 4, 5. Left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 jumping jacks. And done. And that's it for the cardio portion of the workout. And now what we'll do is move into that nice cool down. We'll stretch, elongate some of those muscles. Those of you doing this before a short run, we'll get you out for that short run. Those of us doing that for our quick cross training, you'll be done after that. Make sure you recover properly. So our first stretch here, we'll bring out a mat, on the carpet, on the floor, whatever you got at home. So we're going to start out in that position that we had with our thoracic twist at the beginning, 90-90. We're going to drop to one side just like we started with. We're going to open up and look opposite with that hand and take in 6 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Now that last inhalation, switch over. Switch the legs over to the opposite side. Look opposite with the arm. Then give me 6 good breaths on this side. Play those glutes, that low back, relax. Imagine everything relaxing. 3 more breaths. And good. So now we're going to move up. Get that out of the way for a little bit here. Move into a hamstring stretch. So with our chair, prop up on the table, heel down. What we don't want to do, and I'll show you on this side, is keep our hips open. We want to take them, and you have to just scoot this forward and hold on to something for a little stability. Square those hips up so they're even with your foot in the chair that you're using. Take it at the hips, just like we practice in that warm-up. Push back, hinge forward. Instead of just reaching out to touch your toe, try to take your chest to your knee. We're gonna go down. And 6 deep breaths here, each time sinking a little bit lower. Try not to cheat, don't let that torso round, hinging at the hips. If feeling that stretch, if you need to, you can kind of twist your foot in and out, get all those hamstrings. And we'll switch back over. Switch the other foot, again, squaring up. Hold on to something if you need some help. And then lean forward, hinging at the hips, pushing that butt back. And try and touch your chest towards your knee. Pull that heel back if you need to. And 6 deep breaths here, each time sinking a little bit lower and feeling that stretch in the hamstring. You need to twist the leg in and out, get those tight spots. And holding it. Good. And now, coming back up, we're going to go into that IT band stretch. Yeah, probably a problem spot for a lot of people out there putting in those miles, especially as it's getting warmer. Though it's Michigan, so it could be cold and snowy at any time. So we'll cross over. Whichever arm is towards the wall, we're going to have that leg cross behind. So if you can look at it, my left leg is behind my right. And then we're just going to take that left hip, push it towards the wall, and feel that stretch on the outside of your hip. And holding here, 6 deep breaths. Each time, try to sink a little bit more and feel that stretch on the side of the hip and open to that torso. Now we'll switch sides. So as we switch, remember, right will be behind left. Arm for a little stability up here. Then we're going to sink that hip towards the wall. And 6 deep breaths here. Each time sinking a little bit more into the stretch. Two more breaths. And good. Next one, we'll go into a calf stretch. Now with this calf stretch, for a distance runner, I like to have them concentrate a little bit more on pushing into the wall, forcing that back foot's heel down, but keeping that knee slightly bent, as opposed to keeping it straight. Now you'll feel a stretch both ways, but with distance running, most of the time, as you're running, your knee is slightly bent, which means those muscles underneath, that big gastroc muscle, can get a little bit more tight as well. So, push into the wall, leg back, force that heel in, and keep that knee slightly bent, and force the heel to the ground, push into the wall, feel that elongation. You'll probably feel that stretch down towards the ankle. And 6 deep breaths, and go. If you're feeling a little pain with it, just make sure you ease into it. Nice and gentle. Don't do anything that's gonna hurt you. 5, 6, and we'll switch legs here. Again, forcing that heel in, slightly bending that knee, pushing into the wall, easing into that stretch, getting some more mobility in that ankle. And 6 deep breaths in this position. Three more. And good. So, moving into kind of a classic that we see every day. Nice quad stretch. With the quad stretch, make sure we're pulling back. And if we want a little extra stretch on the front of your shin, you can pull up on your toes at the same time. Hold on to something if you need to for support. And give me 6 deep breaths here. Stretching, staying nice and tall, nice and straight, getting deep breaths. 3 more. And switch sides. Same thing, pull up on that toe. If you need a little extra stretch on the shin, pull them back with that quad stretch and breathing. Stay nice and tall, good posture. 2 more. Good. Last stretch of the day, and then we'll finish up. Runner stretch, one of my personal favorites. We'll prop the foot up. We're gonna take the back leg and we're gonna face it slightly in, almost like that 45-degree angle, towards that other heel. We're gonna lean into the stretch. And you should feel that hip flexor, a little bit in the quad, probably a little bit down in the ankle as well. And now we're gonna take this, whichever leg is back, take that shoulder, and then twist it towards the wall or towards that other knee. And hold that position here. You should be feeling that stretch in the torso a little bit, up into those deep hip flexors. And give me 6 good breaths, sink it into that stretch. Each time, feel those muscles relax. Sink into those hips. Good. And then we will switch sides. So put that right leg up. Left leg towards that back heel that's up. Lean into the stretch. Feel it up in your hip flexor, the back of your leg. And then give us that good turn with the torso. And breathe, sinking into the stretch. Relaxing those hip flexors after all those toe touches. And relax. And that's it. Just a nice quick workout. Again, something to add in before one of your shorter, easier runs, or hopefully I gave you something new to add into your cross-training repertoire. I want to thank the Free Press Marathon, TCF Bank Marathon, for having me on. If you have any interest in how we can help you at Henry Ford, visit us at henryford.com/sportsmedicine. And I appreciate all of you joining me in our workout room / dining room / office these days, depending on which time of day you catch us. And I want to thank my camera woman, my wife, who's done a great job of keeping me on task. So thank you, have a good day, and we'll catch you guys later.